Hello,
Oh,
everyone.
wow.
It's me, Emma. I am just freshly back from TwitchCon where I lost my voice, so I sound like I smoke a sexy pack of cigarettes a day right now. And I'm here with my hopefully new friend, MBT, who I recently discovered actually played a shit ton of Magic. Maybe back before my time of Magic ever. And today I'm going to be showing them pictures of Magic the Gathering cards and forcing them to name the creepy and unusual characters. MBT, tell me
Very
about
excited
yourself.
for this. As you gave away, yes, I was a Magic the Gathering player for a long time. I actually started playing Magic because the Yu-Gi-Oh players at my locals were too mean.
Oh,
I played from about Lorwyn to Kaladesh, and honestly, the whole time I was casting blue cards, just over and over and over again. The MBT acronym used to stand for Mono Blue Tron, but when I had to pivot to Yu-Gi-Oh, we changed it to Marincess Blue Tang. A little bit of lore for those of you who are invested in content creator parasociality. I don't know.
it's the
There's probably
MBT
some
deep
weirdos in the
lore.
comments. Yeah, yeah.
We love the deep lore. I like that it works for both, though. You changed it to be a Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
Yeah, I just hope that I never have to start playing Cardfight Vanguard because those cards, there's none of them that are 3 words. They're all novels.
This is true. Do you have any experience? This is neither here nor there, but with Flesh and Blood as a
Oh,
card
I've
game?
always wanted to get into Fab, but every time I try, it's pitched to me by like the greasiest dude that I know. Always like, yeah, I would love to play Flesh and Blood. And they're like, cool, let me introduce you to my friend who plays it. And they're like 2013 era Redditor with like the fedora and everything. It's incredible. It's happened like 4 times now.
That's so opposite of my experience with Flesh and Blood players that I find that to be super funny. I like it. Obviously, there's no real like online client other than like I get on Tabletop Sim and play with my friends in Flesh and Blood sometimes. But I sort of hope they come out with an online client. I don't know if that ruins the appeal of like a long-standing paper card game. How do you feel about Yu-Gi-Oh coming digital?
Oh man, I mean Yu-Gi-Oh has been digital. We've gotten away for a long time with Konami just not filing a cease and desist on our 2 premier simulators, which are like Edo Pro, which is an automatic simulator, kind of like I guess X Mage, except people actually play it, and Dueling Book, which is Cockatrice, but not possible to play. Master Duel has certainly brought Yu-Gi-Oh to a new generation of players, you know, the type of like Hearthstone refugees who are like, I gotta be able to click stuff on the board to play this game, as I myself was once. And it has been nice for sure. But, you know, I gotta tell you, one of the downsides to playing online versions of card games is you don't get to, like, be face-to-face with your opponent and talk with them. But one of the upsides is, like, you don't have to be face-to-face with your opponent and
Yes.
talk to them. It's real nice.
It is both. Like I sort of miss the social experience of sitting down and playing a card game with my friends, but then at the same time, it's like 100% less shit talk, which is sometimes good.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Or the shit talk is all one-sided. Like, when your opponent sacks you, you know, they're the least skilled, biggest idiot in the entire universe, and not just someone who's like, sorry that I drew the good cards in my deck.
right, Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't have a format like Commander either. So I feel like Commander being the social fun format of Magic is kind of cool because then if you're just like, I want to have beers and play with my friends, we have a format in which to do that. And I don't think, to my knowledge, Yu-Gi-Oh only has one official format for tournament structure.
We're getting there. About a year ago, Konami released like a page of like, here's some alt formats you can play.
Oh.
We thought that would be like, we're now supporting these. Instead, it was literally just like a paragraph. And one of them was them trying to rip off Commander.
Ooh.
And it just doesn't work in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Really, it's
It
not
just
functional.
cannot possibly work. I guess the closest we have is like Time Wizard is pretty big. It's like old retro formats, and it's very fun to get drunk and play goats. A lot of people have figured out a lot of ways to play limited. Yu-Gi-Oh!
okay.
Cubes are very popular and fun. Oh, what I would kill for like a second supported format. Oh,
Do you ever get bored playing one format? At least Magic, I'm just like,
totally.
I hate Standard. I'm gonna go play Modern, and I like don't have to fuck with the format if I don't fuck with it.
Also sucks if the format's like bad.
Yeah.
Like from 2018 or from like 2017 to 2019, Yu-Gi-Oh had like 12 consecutive unplayable formats. This is pretty similar to Magic, who at that time also had 12 consecutive unplayable formats. But there was nothing for us to do. We couldn't go like fuck off to Pioneer. We couldn't be like, I'm just gonna like get really into Legacy. Like I'm gonna use my stimulus check on Tabernacle. We're gonna see what happens. We can't do that because there's no other format. So
yeah, I have to
now
say,
we just make our own fun.
I started dabbling in Yu-Gi-Oh with Master Duel's release. A lot of my friends are involved in Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was brutally traumatized by trains as an archetype. Just in my lifetime, I never expected that I would get beat by a deck of cards that are based on trains. I was extremely upset about it. I was like, why? Like, I understand that Yu-Gi-Oh has like Magic has weird archetypes, and we're gonna go through some of that today, but I was like, why are there cards with trains on them? I was so angry. It doesn't make sense, but I guess the cards come before the anime, and then... Or does it ever happen in reverse? Like, why are there weird things like that?
Like 2014, Yu-Gi-Oh was just like, we're just not taking ourselves seriously anymore. And I think one of the big selling points of it is, there is an archetype of trains. They're not even like sentient trains. Many are just actual physical trains.
Yeah, they're just fucking trains.
It's like stuffed animals. There's like Hello Kitty style pastel forest creatures. There's all these archetypes of just like truly ridiculous things that you can be beat by. Right now, the top 2 decks are a bunch of mermaids, and those are just slightly better than the other archetype, which is thunder, like sentient thunderbolts.
Just thunder. Great.
The concept of thunder.
I love it. Yeah. That makes so much sense. But I guess that's a good segue into me showing you some weird and curious magic creatures that also don't really make any sense. So this segment is inspired by a tweet that I saw where a guy sent his girlfriend photos of famous wrestlers and demanded that she name them. And the results were hilarious. I don't know anything about wrestlers. I assume she didn't either, but they got some really interesting and fun names. And it went pretty viral into the fact that some of the wrestlers actually saw that and started to adopt the funny names that she used for them. So I thought it was a really good time.
See our tweet. We will find out.
Yeah, but I will start with, I have pulled a selection of old and new characters. If you already know them, that's okay. I have backup characters too, so we can shift to some of those. And if I have to start like frantically searching some new characters because you accidentally know all of them, we'll do that too. So, number 1. Do you know this man?
I played Return to Ravnica.
Okay, you played Return to Ravnica.
This Fibblethip?
It is Fibblethip. It is Fibblethip
Picking
indeed.
more cards with him on it?
They are.
Man.
I think there are officially 2 cards of Fibblethip. And do you know what creature type Fibblethip is?
Oh god. I only know him from Totally Lost. He could be a changeling, maybe?
I believe he is a homunculus, and that would make him one of very few homunculus cards to exist. But it is Fibblethip, and I think he's featured in the background art of several cards, but he only has 2 cards of his own. So occasionally there'll be like little Fibblethlips in places. But he is the most classically difficult to pronounce named character, so I like to bring him along. Number 2. Did you play this set?
Oh, no.
All right. What does this look like to you?
Oh boy, this is everything. So it looks like a big slime.
Big slime.
Trying to think of the slimes that I know in Magic. Unfortunately, I wouldn't say the slimes in Magic have names. They're like acidic slime, spooky slime, necrotic slime. This looks like a person.
Yes, we have an entire character or creature called Ooze. I actually do not think this is an Ooze. This is a named character.
My goodness.
So they do in fact have a name. And they are played as a commander in some cases. It's kind of an oppressive commander, actually.
This is a legend.
It is a legend. It is most named, with probably a few exceptions, but named characters are legendary.
So it'll have like a proper noun at the start of its name.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, it has other words in the name. I've always called her by her name. It has a female name. I guess I just gave that away.
Okay, so I remember.
Okay, I had to look up the rest of her name.
Played EDH in like 2010, whenever, like 2012 it must have been. And remember everyone was playing this one slime that was in the first commander set. It was like mitotic slime. I believe Meiotic Slime is a card. Meiotic? Okay.
I think so.
I think you could make a cute name with like Meiotic. It could be like Myotica Ooze of the... she's got like trees in her. Ooze of Nature's Breath. That's what I'm saying. Myotica
right.
Ooze of Nature's Breath.
Yeah, you're actually not terribly off. Her name is Muldrotha. The Gravetide. So it is Muldrotha. You weren't actually that far.
That was really close.
You were
Gravetide. This thing is green.
I know. It's actually a green-black card.
Oh, all right.
There's a Golgari commander. It's not one of the commanders I play, but it's kind of oppressive. People don't like this commander very much at the table. But
owned by the Rock for a decade. Still happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Number 3. You may recognize this person.
Yeah, this is... I know all the Urza stuff. This is like, didn't they make the Urza guys into cards recently?
This is a guy from the past who is now more human and also hot, kind of.
Sexy Yagma?
It is Sexy Yagma.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I only knew him as a wall.
Yeah, now he is hot. Kind of. I don't know. He's got the like eyeliner going on. I don't really know if he's hot, but he is
Not
sexy.
If you're into
Yagma.
Like 2009 Hot Topic, which I am.
He's got the nail polish. It is also kind of my aesthetic, so I feel like he deserves the name Sexy Yagma.
He's not really like subtle though. Is that he's got the little emblem on his belt?
Yeah, he has the Phyrexian like casually.
We get it, dude.
We get it. You're bad. We understand. And Yawgmoth is played in modern Yawgmoth combo pretty regularly.
Is he good? Please tell me he's good.
Yeah. He is good.
Thank God. Okay.
He is good. Okay, number 4. Do you know this man / beast / frog?
It's a
creature.
Frog. We actually just... Pour one out. We lost a frog in Yu-Gi-Oh! Recently. Ronin Totem, one of the coolest cards of all time. It gets banned.
Okay. Ronin
Same
Totem
way you lose
is
anything
banned?
else. Yeah.
I actually know that card. Now I am sad. I didn't know it was
no,
banned.
it's a classic. They gave us back Substitute, though. So maybe I can do something with that. This guy is... Wow, he's very big.
He's having a tongue moment.
Wow, he's going to town. It's like wrapping around the skeletons and everything.
Very large. It is also a named monster.
A legend. Mm-hmm. Okay, so he's got like, I can't tell if those are like flies on his tongue or holes in the tongue. Which
it's
is
holes with teeth.
Oh.
More teeth.
Oh, there's no.
Look at that.
Oh no. Oh, I would prefer not to.
Did you?
Wow,
did
there's
you
like a whole mouth coming out here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. His tongue has
got the
more
Hypnotoad eyes.
Mm-hmm.
This is nice. This is nice. I think okay. So wow. Just a lot going on here. His mouth is so open. The thing that's kind of sticking out to me is that he looks very bloated. So I'm gonna call him Bloaty the Slime Toad. Bloaty the Slime Toad.
This is the Gitrog monster. I always thought his name was Gitrog, but his name is not Gitrog. He is the Gitrog. I don't know what that means, but he is a legendary creature.
I have heard of him.
Yeah, he has
another. Don't know what he does.
He does. I will tell you what he does. He has Death Touch. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may sacrifice the Gitrog monster unless you sacrifice a land. You may play an additional land on each one of your turns. Whenever one or more land cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, draw a card. So your goal with Gitrog is to be cycling lands to your graveyard and bringing them back and drawing cards.
This guy's nuts, right?
He is also pretty impressive. I have a friend named Chase. They are a really talented EDH player. I have a really good Gitrog deck, and I do not like playing against it. So whenever they come to events, I'm like, please don't tell me you brought Gitrog. So, Gitrog monster with got a tongue moment happening.
Do not like the tongue. Really not a fan.
Not a fan of the tongue. This is number 4. So we have number 5. Do you know this guy? This guy is also an older character who has been reprinted or featured on multiple
cards. I only know one
cards.
old goblin. It's not Squee, is it?
It is not Squee, but that is a really good guess because Squee is the goblin that is literally immortal and keeps coming back.
He's so much meaner than Squee, though. He just looks awful.
He has about 200 teeth. I have not counted.
Ow. He's got like around his neck. It looks like he's got like 40 dog tags. He's like a tap out shirt away from being every dude from my high school.
Mm.
This is.
He has something notable on his necklace too that may be identifiably helpful.
This is the necklace is what's his name's thumb. It's that one guy's thumb, right?
Mm.
Lets you flip coins better.
It is that one guy's thumb.
He is. This is. Oh, God, he's got spines on his back too. What goblins have spines on their back? I'm gonna call him. The thumb is really throwing me off. I'm gonna call him Prickles the Lucky Goblin.
Prickles the Lucky Goblin is a very good name, but this is the guy whose thumb it is. This is Krark, the Thumbless. That is
got his own thumb on his neck. What?
That is in fact his thumb, but you are very correct because Krark's thumb is the card that it originates from. But this is Krark. This is Krark himself. So he is back with his thumb not attached.
Is this the owner of the famous Ironworks?
I believe so. That is lore before my time, but
sorry they had to close it. He looks so. He looks like he really cares about his workers.
He definitely seems like he would be an okay boss. If he didn't get eaten. We have. I would assume you know this character.
It's Karn!
But if you had to give this version of Karn a nickname, what would you call him? This is a this is an alternate art of Karn that is somewhat famous in the Magic community.
This is just a beautiful picture. He is very strange. Oh God, I played so much Karn back when the best thing you could do in Modern is just slam that guy down on 3.
So there is a correlation to Karn's power level in sets depending on whether he is or is not wearing pants.
This one is not wearing pants.
This one is not wearing pants, so this Karn is actually pretty good.
What about, wow, so much going on in this art. He's like coming out of the spooky forest. That like, Urza's tower in the background or just a random tower?
It is Urza's tower in the background.
Oh, he's really bad. He's really chilling. How about Karn Homesick Golem? That's what I'm gonna say.
I like it. This Karn has a real and official name, but I will disregard the real and official name. The popular name for this card is Dehydrated Karn because he looks like all of the water has been sucked out of his body.
The little jerky going on there, yeah.
He's pretty shriveled. Shriveled Karn would be another good name. But
you gotta do what you gotta do to get abs, you know? It's hard as a silver golem.
Yeah. This is part of a triptych piece that is cut into 3s, and it creates the 3 different pieces of art, and it has the tower, and I believe it has the mine and the other one. I'm not a Tron player. I would hope you are because of your name, but I think Tron is the devil, and I don't play Tron.
I was just using it to cast a very big remand.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes more sense.
I was trying to condescend for 7.
The tower, the mine, and...
the power plant.
The power plant, yeah. That's not obvious. Power plant. All right, after Mr. Dehydrated Karn. This is an old card.
Yeah, it is. I should know this. This isn't Phage, right?
No, this is not Phage, but she does look somewhat similar to Phage.
Phage before she became untouchable.
I wonder. I actually am curious about the back lore, if there's any relationship between this character and Phage. Nope.
Not related.
Unrelated.
It's she's just like chilling. I do like that she's got what appears to be like some sort of chainsaw sword, a stick, and because that's not sufficient, you had to have the sword again on her hair. A lot going on here. So if it's an old card, probably has a name that's like 5 or 6 letters that make a fun little sound. So I'm gonna say like Lyss, Lyss.
Ooh.
Lyss, wielder of the 3 blades. The second one is not really much of a blade, but it's like more of a stick than a blade, and that's all part of the name.
Than a blade. I like it. This is Jessica, Warrior Adept. You were very correct with the 5-letter name.
Do I know this person?
She
was
has been
banned?
reprinted as a planeswalker, as Jessica
I'm
Thrice
thinking of.
Reborn, and she got a whole new look recently.
I totally. Oh, she's like Kamal's brother.
Yeah, I believe there is some relation to Kamal.
I read a book about this.
Yeah,
As a
really
child.
old magic lore. We're in deep in the magic history. This is Jessica. But I really like the look of some of the old, like, legendary, technically, like, humanoid creatures, so I figured I had to throw one in as a counterpart to sexy Yawgmoth. This is, like, pre-sexy. Before there were sexy legends. Actually, that's not true. There were some really sexy, like, female characters really early in Magic history, and then they were like, maybe less boobies, maybe like a more serious looking characters. So they did a better job. After Jessica, we have this nice little guy.
Is this Triskelion?
It is Triskelion. I love Triskelion.
I remember,
so much.
do people still play Triskelion, Machias, and Commander? Is it too slow?
I think it may be too slow. It's not.
That was a really early, like, day one kill the table combo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
so
sure.
Stupid looking.
I'm sure it pops up in places, but it's not as common of like a kill that I see happening.
What a silly little robot. I like that it's like coal powered. They were like, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
There's magic in this universe, but you got to throw in some, like, you got to fill him up. Steam. He runs on diesel.
Absolutely. This is also recent. Were you familiar with this?
This is Tamio, right?
It is. This is Tamio.
Is she back?
She is back, and she is having some things happening.
Yeah. She looks pretty serious here.
She, did you follow any of the lore from Kamigawa? What happened to Tamio?
I did. She got, like, owned, right?
She got completed.
Like, at least partially Phyrexian at this point.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, no.
I don't entirely know how the completion process works, but it is in the process by which you become partially living machine, so.
Only one guy ever beat completion. It's Karn. Literal greatest person in the history of Magic.
So Tamio got completed, and do you know which other Planeswalker got completed?
They're just doing a lot of them? Oh, God.
Well, we're returning to Phyrexia, probably, so.
I'm thinking who they'd be willing to just kill off. Is it, is it Garruk?
No, it's a big main character.
Garruk used to be a big character.
He is a big main character still, but
be really cool if it was Liliana. That would be like.
It would be cool if it was Liliana, but it is not Liliana.
I think that would kill the entire cast of characters.
It is a Gatewatch
Yeah, I have
character.
no idea. They wouldn't do Chandra dirty.
No, they wouldn't do Chandra dirty, but they did do someone very dirty. It made me very sad.
Ids is dead. Elspeth is dead. Johnny is dead.
Johnny is not dead.
He's not? Is it a Johnny?
It is a Johnny.
Yeah, let's go. Wait, didn't he die in, like, Theros?
A Johnny is not dead, and now he's completed. So.
All right, sure.
Sorry,
Johnny.
They did my boy dirty. He was just trying to be a nice cat dad, and they did him dirty, and I'm sad about it, but it's okay. So this is completed Tamio, Phyrexianized version. This is also new.
Oh, what a cutie. It's a rat?
It is a rat riding a motorcycle.
This is Kamigawa 2, right?
Kamigawa Neon Dynasty Destiny.
So I remember the old Kamigawa rat was Pink Eye's Servant of Oni. So this is going to be Blink Eyes.
Blink Eyes?
Because of all the lights.
I like that. I like Blink Eyes very much, but this is Greasefang Okaiba boss.
Greasefang. That's a cool name.
Yeah.
That's a sick name.
She is part of a very popular Pioneer combo. Greasefang reads, at the beginning of combat on your turn, return target vehicle card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. Return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of your next end step. So this is a 3-mana card. You can play Greasefang on 3. So what you do on turn 1 and 2 is you put the biggest vehicles in Magic in your graveyard. And then on turn 3, you play Greasefang, and Greasefang can crew the vehicle. The vehicle has haste on turn 3. So
how big do vehicles get in Pioneer?
The biggest and bestest vehicle is Parhelion 2, which is basically a big flying sky monument. And Parhelion 2 reads, it has flying, first strike, and vigilance. It is a 5/5, and whenever it attacks, it creates 2 4/4 white angel creature tokens with flying and vigilance that are attacking. So that's 13 damage in the air on turn 3, and then you are left with 2 4/4 flying vigilant angel creature tokens still after the turn.
Magic just always keeps surprising me with what they will put on cards for Reanimator. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting because Parhelion 2 was pretty much unplayable until Greasefang, and then everyone was like, aha, what if I had put that in my graveyard? And then, surprise, Greasefang. But this is an interesting card because this card is an Orzhov black-white card, and no one can decide what the third best color is to play with this. It has been played in Esper.
All aren't playing junk anymore?
It has been played in Esper, it has been played in Abzan, it has been played in Mardu, and all of them are viable. Oh. Those are all of the creatures and cards I had prepared to you. I felt like you knew some of them, which is kind of cool and fun, but I felt like there were enough weird guys in there that you didn't know to make it exciting.
Yeah, Magic, it hits a kind of a sweet spot between like always, using enough old characters that old people can jump back in, like Karn is around, I guess, while still introducing new weird looking guys. I really appreciate that. A lot of weird looking guys in Magic.
A lot of weird looking guys. I feel like I actually forgot one, and now I'm feeling really bad because it was a really important one. Where did it go? Was it? No, where's my homie? I've lost a homie. Hold on, I'll just look it up on another screen so you can't see me Googling it. This one, I feel like you're gonna know, but it's like such a classic weird guy that I feel like we need to show him. Any guesses of who the like most classic weird looking guy is?
Wow. I'm trying to think of like the weirdest guys in Magic.
The weirdest guy.
I would have said Squee. He's a guy.
You just said
He's
Squee is the weirdest
dude.
guy. No, it is not Squee, but I'm gonna show you now because here we go. Yeah, the weirdest guy. The weirdest guy.
Atog.
Yeah, Atog.
Is Atog still around? Is he still like? Did they ban him in Pauper?
I think he might be banned in Pauper. I don't play Pauper as a format, but he is definitely a weird friggin' dude.
Played when this guy was good. God, I hated this thing. Yeah, and he looks awful. He just looks terrible.
I don't know what was happening in the minds of the artist. I am an artist, so I'm like, I understand sort of, but at the same time, I'm just like, aliens I think with teeth.
He's so veiny. He's just really, really vascular.
Really
There's just not another word for it.
There is not. Anyway, we love Atog. And he is the weird. I think I would vote for weirdest guy in Magic.
He's up there for sure.
Very, very high. Anyway, I want to say thank you for allowing me to subject you to all of these cards, both good and bad and banned, apparently, with Urian. And I hope that maybe we can collab on some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff coming in the future. I feel like if you showed me Yu-Gi-Oh cards and made me name them also, that would be a travesty.
Yeah, we honestly, Yu-Gi-Oh cards are all named like they are legendaries, and it is just disastrous trying to parse some of them. They all have nicknames. But no, I had a lot of fun. I'm glad that Magic has kept around a lot of the classic weirdos and inventing new weirdos daily.
Always.
Happy to see Karn is still allowed to remain pantsless. Does he wear pants?
His
what's the ratio?
Newest version has pants and is a little bit underpowered. So
get those off. They're holding you back.
Yeah, there was a version of Karn called Karn Liberated in which he did not have pants, so that was the joke.
He was liberated.
He was liberated from his pants. And Karn the Liberated is a very strong Karn that is being played in several formats currently. So Liberated Karn.
This is the guy, right? Yeah, this is the one that I used to cast.
Yeah, it's Liberated Karn. It's pantsless Karn.
There's just not an answer to turn 3 Karn.
No.
What a wonderful format Modern used to be.
It's Tron in Modern is still chucking along.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They let you do so much more, and people are still like, "No, I'm gonna do nothing for 2 turns. We're gonna hit 3 land drops in a row and then cast 1 spell."
Yeah, but the spells are good, so you know it's mono green right now is the Tron that you want to be playing. Sorry, mono blue, but
that's pretty much always been the case. We've coped through the years. Shock Troopa, if you're watching this, thank you. One person has never coped as much as I have seen you cope. It is really inspiring.
Awesome. Well, where can people find you and your content on the internet?
I'm on YouTube and Twitch and Twitter and Patreon, all at the same place. It's MBT and then the word Yugioh, all one word there. If you are interested in some of the oddities that Yugioh allows you to be and do and experience, I put up videos pretty much daily on YouTube. And I'm always, I think, just like replying with pictures of Mystic Mine and stuff to Ted Cruz on Twitter. I am truly not a pleasant force
You're doing
online.
God's work.
Yeah, I'm doing work. I'll say that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that is me. I hope you will check me out.
Great. Well, thank you for joining.
Thank you so much for having me.
And to everyone watching, I'll see you guys in the next video.